back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are reviewing Deep Cover. It's a movie, a comedy movie. It's like a comedy crime kind of movie. I went into it kind of like, the concept was kind of a little interesting. So essentially what happens is there's this girl called, this girl that's an improv like teacher. She teaches people improv, and then the character that's Orlando Bloom and Nick Mohammed, they essentially are going through like bad spells in their life, and they kind of see the poster for her advert to go try out improv. So Orlando Bloom's character is an inspiring actor. He's just not getting any gigs, and then Nick Mohammed is like an awkward office kind of worker, and no one really wants to talk to him, and he kind of wants to like get his people skills up. So they go to this improv class to try and see if they can like just better their situations and work on their stuff. And then I think the actor's name is Bryce Dallas. I've got it up here. Dallas Howard. I don't know what they think. I can't remember their characters' names. But her character essentially is she's not really going far also with like her whole improv classes, and she never really got to do acting and everything. She gets approached by a cop saying like, hey, just needs to get them some like low level work. They're gonna go. He needs like two or three people to do the op. They're gonna go in, just buy some small illegal stuff, bring it back, and then they'll bust the guy, for selling illegal stuff or whatever. And when they go undercover, they take so she basically has her first two-star students, and they already got like big breaks to do something else, so they cut her down, and she's left with the only two options, which is Orlando Bloom's character and Nick Mohammed's character. They're the only two options left that she can ask. So she breaks it down for them. She like convinces them to do the op. She's like, oh, it's just gonna be like a little fun one thing. It's really gonna test your improv, see how good you guys are. And she convinces them to do the op. They go do the op, and Orlando Bloom's character does this throughout the whole movie. He will take an easy like little scenario that she gives them, and he always goes over the top. And because he goes over the top in this scene, it pushes them deeper into cover, because now instead of just getting like some small illegal stuff, they're now going to meet the supplier for big drugs. And essentially that is kind of the concept of like what happens is they get put into deep cover. So after they meet with the big time dealer, or the dealer with the drugs, they get out of it. When they go back to the cop's like, we've never had people get even close to them, like getting into this rank. You guys have to go deep cover. You have to do it. Essentially, that's kind of what they do. They play in deep cover, and then they kind of just, try and get more information as they go out for the undercover cop. And it goes on and goes on. I don't want to go into spoilers. I don't like doing spoilers. But essentially, that is the concept of the movie. And I do think, it is quite funny. The characters are pretty good. Those are obviously your three main characters. They're obviously improv actors. I think they do a really good job with them. There's a lot of funny moments. It's a pretty good, like it's something different than what we usually getting served up with these like comedy movies nowadays. And it's pretty good. They do. I think they do it really well. I quite enjoyed it. I think it's an hour and 40-minute movie. It's not that long, but you can kind of also, like, as you're watching the movie, you kind of do see where it's gonna go. Whereas some movies nowadays, like with the comedy movies, they do have that like little twist at the end, but it kind of gives me vibes like Let's Be Cops in a way, where it's like they're not really cops, but they like act like cops. Where this one is like they're acting like they know about drugs, but they don't know about drugs. Yeah, I thought it was a solid movie. I think the cast was very good. Overall, it was even the drug lord was Ian McShane, which is like a big actor. He was pretty good. You don't see him as often, but he's like the head honcho. I think the cast was extremely good. I really liked the cast of this. I think they did really well, the cast. I think Deep Cover was a fun movie. I think it's if you just want to like watch something funny that's not going to take itself too seriously and it's just going to be like messing around with it. I think it's a good watch. Let's get into the rankings. What would I rank this? I think I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I was gonna go 7 before starting the recording, but I kind of enjoyed the movie. I think it's an 8 out of 10. Maybe, you know what? I'll go in the middle. I think it's maybe a 7.5. I think it's more of a 7.5. We'll go 7.5, not 8 out of 10. It's good. It's a decent watch. I enjoyed it. Especially the beginning. There's a lot of like good laughs with them getting into the improv. So I think it's a 7.5. I think that's a pretty decent score for the movie. If you've watched the movie, let me know in the comments down below what your favorites like parts of the movie was. But yeah, essentially that's Deep Cover. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a good watch, and that's gonna be it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.